Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lillian. My YouTube name is Lillian from Kenya to Montana, USA. Thank you so much for coming back here to view my content. Today I got some exciting news. I got an email from Avant Healthcare Professionals. This is one of the agents that recruits nurses from abroad, including Kenya. They recruit Kenyan nurses to come work into the USA. So this is the mail that I received this morning. It says, "Hi Lillian Sarah Damba. Avant is coming to Nairobi, Kenya at the Radisson Blue Hotel on May 16, 17, 19 and 20th this year to hold in-person presentations and interviews for those interested in achieving their USRN dreams. Help us get the world. We'd love you to share this with colleagues, friends, and family who are looking for a life-changing opportunity." So if you have a friend, you have a family, you have colleagues who are still looking for agents to recruit them into this process of becoming an USRN, this is the opportunity. Avant is coming back to Kenya in May to recruit, to do in-person recruitment, in-person interviews. So you have enough time. We have a whole of April to prepare yourself, prepare your documents, prepare your travel. So travel, I mean, if you are not staying in Nairobi, you need to travel to Nairobi. So there's enough time. 1 month is good time for you to prepare yourself. So let's talk about these Avant Healthcare Professionals. This is an agent that I used. We say there are so many agents that recruit nurses to the USA. There are more than 5 non-agents. But let me talk about this specific one, Avant, because this is what I used. I applied. I'm talking about my own experience. I don't know about any other person's experience. So I applied this when I had started what is it called? I had just delivered a baby, so I was on leave, that leave after delivery. So, and I applied. After 2 weeks, they called me back. And when they called me, they started questioning. They do a lot of questioning. They asked me, "How many children do you have?" I said, "I have 3. They asked the age. And then I have one who is 1 month old. So the questioning stopped there. They told me, "Since the baby, you've been out of service for 1 month, you will need to finish your leave, which is 3 months. I told them it's 3 months because in US there's nothing like this staying at home that you are on leave because of child delivery. So I told them we do 3 months. So they told me after 3 months I'll go back to work. I worked for 3 months and then they'll call me again. When I finished my leave, I went back to work for 3 months, and I don't know how they timed or what, they just called me. I didn't call them. They called me and told me that you are now 3 months old at your workplace and we are ready to recruit you now. So we again started with questioning, the same questions. They ask you about your family. They ask you if you have anybody in the USA. They ask you whether you have money. This is where you have to talk ujijenge CV, whether you have money, because they don't want someone whom they will be telling, "Do this." You tell them you can't do because you don't have money. You have to say, I mean, you should be having cash. Mdomo yako si inasema tu uko na pesa. You should be having money. We have a lot of money in M-Shwari. We have a lot of money in cooperative. What was it called? Yeah. So you definitely you got this money. Tell them. Yeah, they'll ask you about your years of experience. They want someone who just works throughout, not that you took 1 year off from work, you did some other things. And they want someone who works at the bedside, not in the office, so not in the clinic or what. So you should be working inpatient at the bedside. Yes, and we say that it's not something hard. It's something you can do. Working at the bedside, you just learn like 1 week, get to a hospital, go work there, and then get the experience and call these Avant healthcare professionals. They will ask you about the kind of patients you take care of. You tell them the truth, the patients you take care of, because in Kenya we take care of all the patients. Most of the hospitals, we don't have special hospitals for this, special hospitals for this. We take care of all these patients. So you tell them. They'll ask you about how many beds your hospital has. That's, they are looking for the capacity, hospital capacity. I believe they need you to be working in a hospital of either 80 or 100 beds and above. So you need to tell them that. Then from there they'll go to documents. Before documents, they'll ask you to, you'll sign a contract with them. They tell you it's a very big one, so you sign. And then there's documentation. They ask you so many documents for you to be sending. You'll be sending to them. So after sending to them, you'll also be sending to CGFNS. The documentation is a long process. It takes like even 2 months just sending your documents. You're always scanning and sending them. And they assess if there is any problem in these documents. They tell you early before you start this process. So that is the advantage of Avant, I believe so, because even me, they found a name. There's a name that was missing in one of my documents. So they asked me for affidavit, which I went for it from the lawyers and sent before we started the process. Then after that documentation and signing the contract, now you start studies. This is serious studies. There is 1 week. They give you a module. You do it in 7 days. There are 2 modules you do in 7 days. There are 2 exams you do in 7 days. So it's a very intense exercise for like, I think 2 months. It depends with you, with the results they get from the exams you are doing. They'll assess on how you are doing to see whether you are ready for the NCLEX exam. Okay, when you are ready, they determine already you are ready for this exam. They'll send you to South Africa or India. When they send you to South Africa or India, they are going to pay your flight, and they are going to pay for your accommodation. So you only pay for your food. Okay, in that hotel they provide breakfast, so you're the one going to cater for your other meals. And you've got those, or you've done NCLEX and you pass, they ask you to bring the results for IELTS. They provide IELTS studies. They teach you, but you are free to do it on your own too. So they ask you like in a month, you provide the results, so you go do the IELTS and send them the results. From there, it's time for you to apply for your visa. So you and your family, okay, they don't pay for you that. You do pay for yourself, for your family. So that's where you come in with your money. And then from there, you receive embassy dates. When you receive your embassy dates, they'll tell you to go. Actually, they expect you to know that when you receive dates, you need to go and apply for IOM clearance. So you go for your medicals, and after your medicals, you go for your embassy exit interview. Congratulations, now you get a date to fly. They'll pay for your flight, not for your family, your flight to the USA. And as a Avant, you'll have to go to Florida first. You just don't go to your workplace. You'll go to Florida. And what happens in Florida, I like it's called the transition program. Transition program is 6 weeks program where you are going for 2 weeks. I'm not sure, during that COVID time, we came out just after COVID, and we were to stay in the houses for 2 weeks. So we had online studies for 2 weeks. you're also going for studies where you're going to do exams, you're going to do, yeah, all those, like just you are in class. So the first 2 weeks they are going to do, they'll ask you, they'll help you in looking for house search, car search. They facilitate, but you are the one to call and make everything. They just explain to you what they are doing, what you need to do. And this is the time they will follow up for your SSN number, social security number. This is the time when you are doing driving exams. Everybody has to go for driving studies, driving practice, and then you go for the exam. This is the time during this transition. And they teach you so many things, like even how to take care of the house. You know, we are from Kenya, we're not used to these houses in the US, so they'll teach you how to get to clean the house, why not to pour water on the floor. They give you reasons. Yes, but it's very important, because I remember when I got to Florida, I arrived in my room at around 9-10 p.m. and then I went to the bathroom. I wanted to take a shower. I stayed in the bathroom for like 10 minutes. I don't know how to turn on the shower. I tried switching on everything, but I couldn't. I had to come out and look for someone. Lucky there are those girls who had already come early, so I asked them to show me. My roommate was a girl from from UK, and she's used to these the bathtubs, the knobs. There's a way you do it, so it's very important to go there. It was a learning experience, so that's where I learned how to open just a tap for me to have a shower. So they teach you all those things. Yes, and after those 2 weeks, you are going to classes now. You will not study from the house. You go to the classes, like you are doing, it's like you are back in school. It is back-to-back classes. You're back in school, they are teaching you and they are assessing you at the same time. From there is when you are now ready to go to, and there are exams. We have exams after every study. There are exams. At the end, there is 2 main exams, so you have to do, and then you can graduate. You do an exam at 11, and then you graduate at 2 p.m. It is that serious. So after their graduation, you are going to you'll go to your hospital, to your state now. They'll fly you to your state of work. So they pay for this, and you are going there with someone. You're going with someone called, what is it called? TSS, travel assistant. Travel assistant. He's going to guide you. He'll go and take you to your hospital for a meet and greet. This person is going to take you to MVD, motor vehicle something, to get your license changed from Florida to where, like me, from Florida to Montana license. He'll take you to where you're going to get your car from, where you bought your car from. So you'll make sure you've done the paperwork and you get your car, you drive your car to your place. This person will make sure that he shows you where shopping centers, the shopping stores are, take you to the shopping store and shows you how to buy things. This person will show you where church, if you are a Christian, he need to show you where the church is. If you are a Muslim, where mosque is. He'll show you where, if you have children who are supposed to go to school, he'll show you where the school you need to go. You need to take your children to years to go and show you. So literally he shows you everything, and then you go for a dinner party, and then you part ways. You now continue living on your own. Anyway, After that, Avant doesn't leave you. They'll be calling you every week, and then after 1 month they call you twice a week, twice a month, and then after that they call you every month. They keep calling you. So that's what I like Avant, because it doesn't leave you anywhere. You are not left alone anywhere. You're always with them, and anything you have any issue, call them and they sort you out. So guys, this is the opportunity. If you want to use, there are so many agents, you can use any. If you want Avant, that's my experience with them. And I've had, if you had a bad experience with them, I don't know, but for me it has been awesome. It was just a smooth process. I didn't have any hiccups all the way. So I would recommend anybody to this program, to the Avant. So go online, apply for to start the process. It's never late to start now. You don't need to wait for that May 16th to apply. You can apply now. So thank you as you share this. Share to your colleagues, share to your family members. Anyone who is a nurse, tell her. Even if it's your enemy, you just tell her. It's good. They just know and make their own decision. I know there are people who are doing so well in Kenya. There are people doing so well. There are nurses who are doing so well. You don't need to mention for them this US thing. It's really irrelevant to them. There are people doing so well in Kenya, and I'm sure they look at their videos and think, what is wrong with these people with the US? So if you are not doing well, and maybe you are doing good financially, but you just want to go somewhere and start life again, somewhere from where people will not, like, nobody knows you are starting life. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. See you next time.